Man, oh man, yeah, I'm like close to the camera trying to get it set up right. I figured I'd go live while I'm out here about to work on some stuff. So for all those that's gonna be watching the video later, uh, hope you if you like the content, check out some of the other stuff. Subscribe, like, share, do all that good stuff. I'll be right back. We're gonna get started on some work here. Get my stool. That's right, that's right, that's right. Beer and car parts. What's up, my people? I got my Game of Thrones mug here. Shout out to my pops. Got this Game of Thrones, even though nobody likes the last season of Game of Thrones, but it is what it is. All right. So we're gonna get this car set up. There's a no prep race tomorrow. It's dang near asphalt. Well, it is asphalt, like a street style race. And what I have to do, actually, I might move this light down so everybody can see. Move this light here. Let's see where I want to put this. Here. What other YouTubers y'all know about to drink and work on their car, get it right? Hopefully we can go rounds tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I want to win, but as long as we in the first round up tomorrow, then we should be good. Uh, so I had last race, the demonology call out. We had an issue with the boost controller. Not really the boost controller, the dome pressure sensor. I wasn't reading any dome pressure whatsoever. So I did notice that when I wiggled the wires, it started reading, and then it would go out, read again, and it would go out. So the only thing I can think of is the rest of the wires look good, other than when I had like the connectors inside look a little open, instead of close and have a really close connection to them. And when this was plugged into the sensor, the wires had like a kink in it. It's kind of bent off to the side like that a good bit. So what I'm gonna do is, I got this other one. I'm just gonna cut it and then resolder it in, and hopefully it works tomorrow. Because the weird thing is, like I said, when it was sit still, when I would get on a two-step, or when I just turn the switch on and floor it, I would see dome pressure. But then I make a pass, you wouldn't see any dome pressure. It was making dome pressure because the boost kept rising and rising and rising. Um, so yeah, it made about one pass. It made like 32 pounds of boost before, and that's what a boost cut was. It made 32 pounds, cut the ignition, drop the boost back, then it come back 32 pounds, cut the ignition. Right, then I raised the boost cut to 35 pounds. It did the same thing. It just kept going to 35 pounds, cut it. Right. So like the first 2 or 3 passes I was doing, which was darn good passes. It wasn't personal best, but it was pretty fast to say it was cutting boost in and out like that. So the final pass, I just was like, you know what? I'm gonna put the dome pressure low and see what happened. And we put the dome pressure down to like 20 psi, and then try to drop it back to 15 psi, and it almost did a 1-for-1. It made like 20 psi. I think it jumped up to 20, 25 in first gear, and then right when I hit second gear, it dropped down to 15 psi, and it stayed 15 psi almost from somewhere around the 200-foot mark to the rest of the pass was 15 psi. So, and it ran really good. I was like, man, it put a hurting on that Tesla with 15 psi from the majority of the run. like I say, tomorrow it is a street car. Streetcar. So there's 4 classes. You got daily driver, which is no power adders. Um, daily driver, which is no power adders. Um, then you got factory power adder, and then you got super, which is single power adder, but you got to have carpet, dash, and back seat. And the only reason I can't run in that class, they wouldn't let me run last time either, is because I don't have a back seat. And I was gonna try to go find a back seat this week. Oh, and you got to have DOT tire on all of those, uh, except for factory, daily driver. That's street tire, hard tire, no radials, nothing. Street hard tire. Which I thought about taking my 5th gen, um, and jumping in that one because I can't see the buy-in might be like $50, and it might be fairly good. Who knows? So I'm a I'm probably gonna run an Outlaw Street. Well, I know I'm gonna run an Outlaw Street. Outlaw Street is just carpet, factory dash, like factory door panels, which is I fit all that. Um, and single power adder still I think, which 2 turbos is to me single power adder. It's one is 2 turbos. Um, so we're gonna but you can run slicks in the Outlaw Street. Glad that the 3rd gen backup engine is working out for you. Yeah, man. That this 5.3 is really doing it, especially with these heads. I just need to get it dialed in and get this dome pressure situation taken care of. Just like Gremlins, man, they always find some kind of way to do something. Um, but so I'm gonna run that Outlaw Street. So I'm gonna put the slicks on it, take the radios off. Um, Even if I had a back seat, I don't know if I want to run my radios out there. I kind of want to keep my radios just for the track. Don't hurt it before the single. Yeah, man. You know that's what's up, 6 Nail. That's the issue with going out there. Is it is sketchy. It's sketchy. Like, man, that's the closest thing to running to street racing, um, without being on the street, because it's like I say, it's nothing down there. Whatever prep you put down is where you burn off of your tires. It's water burnout and it's straight asphalt. So it's a good time, and not the fastest car don't always win because it's basically street racing. It's who can get down. Um, and I made some decent passes out there. It just other times I either spun. There was one time I spun really bad, but that was my fault because I tried to stay in it. And that's usually when most people wreck, is they try to stay in it. Every other time, most time when I start spinning, I get out of it and just let the other guy go. Um, but I was a dumbass that pass for whatever reason. I know why, because it was an S10 I was racing, and I got tired of losing the freaking S10. So when I spun, I was a dumbass and still grabbed the scramble button, and that just made it 10 times worse. Dang, I like went in his lane, and I didn't run off the road, and luckily I was past the barriers when that happened. But you know, when you're already spinning, that's the worst thing. Grab the scramble button. Let me see here if I can get the comments to come back up here. I'm trying to figure out how to put these comments back up here so I can see. There we go. All right, who y'all got 6 nails? Man, infamous. Until I got, man, who I got, even until I get mine dialed in, I got 6 nails. Until I get it dialed in. Man, shoot, man, he got some time on his setup, and he's getting it done, man. That's why I say if we line up, I'm gonna get the I want the back tire, until I get mine dialed in, you know. Plus, I think we about the same weight. pretty close to it, and I got a smaller motor. I think I got some. I was pretty sure I got a smaller motor. Ain't nothing smaller than mine than a 4.8, and I'm almost goddamn sure he ain't got no 4.8. And so it was. I have to turn the boost way up to keep running with him. Way up. No, but that's another race that we need to get off before I leave Texas, man. We need to make that happen. Win or lose, just for fun, just a good rematch. Uh, but I'm gonna get this bad boy soldered in. Get these slicks on here. I'm gonna adjust these shocks, and I need to do another shock video because uh, rule number 36: no excuses. Play like a champion. Yeah, you right, man. You right. Play to win, man. Play to win. Really is. Let's see. Queen, what you? I gotta pull that back up. What Queen said here. Really is past overdue for I to be a monitor for your channel. How does that even happen? I'm not familiar with that. A moderator for your channel. My bad. I don't even know about channel moderators. You're gonna have to explain that one. But yeah, we're gonna see what you do, man. Like I said, I would have liked to have 20 plus last name. And that's what's up, man. Yeah, I gotta read up on that. You're gonna have to hit me up and let me know what that's about. If you got IG or something, though, you can DM me and let me know what it's about. You and Snails need to do at least share your Man, I do share my 60s. Man, I share my 60s. You simply click on my profile, pick, and select moderator. What does the moderator do though? What does it entail? The details of it. I guess I can look it up after this. So, but yeah, man, my 60s, man, I share most of my 60s sometimes. Like I haven't had a fast 60, a quick 60, as some of these other guys. Like the fastest my 60 foot is at 128. That's the fastest I've been at 60. I kind of average probably around like 131, 130, somewhere in there. I would like to be in the 1-1s, but that comes with more tuning, more suspension. I think one of my buddies, he got a heavy car like mine, and moderator police the chat. Oh, okay. One of my buddies, he helped. He helped me with the car and everything. I talked to him for advice and everything. Man, he does a 1-1, but he's got a complete different setup than me. I think he did a 1-1 with a 5.3 before. But I think he's a single turbo, and it's a Fairmont. I think he has a Power Glide too. Not sure what rear gear he has. So I want to say he got like a 390 rear gear. My channel rules it Indian Met. All right, no doubt. I'll check it out. No problem. I'll check it out. Where the car you was talking about? Oh man, yeah, I need to post that. Yeah, I ain't gonna forget about it. Did you build your car? Wait a minute. Did you build your car yourself? Man, Jonathan, I did most of it, man. Like the only thing I didn't do on this car was I didn't put a cage in it. At the time when I had this cage put in here, I wasn't I'm still not a good TIG welder, but I went overseas and I just dropped the car off at the shop in North Carolina when I was over in North Carolina, and I had them do it while I was gone. And I didn't do the cage. They built the rear end, or they redid the rear end. Because I put the C-clip eliminators and everything on the rear end, and we had some issues with it still twisting tubes on the launch, so I had them brace it up and then redo the torque arm mount for it. And then like the transmission, it's a guy here in Texas, Steve Transmissions. He did the transmission, like we went through it for me, but it's been the same Turbo 400 that's been in here for years. I just got it freshened up a couple times. But the majority of stuff, yeah, man, I did myself. Like a couple videos back is when I changed the piston rings, put the bearings in this motor, put these heads on, installed these turbos. I built most of the turbo kit. Again, that was when I didn't have my TIG welder. So I had a little Harbor Freight welder before, and all I did was tack turbo kit where I wanted it. And then I took it to a local guy for him to finish TIG welding it. And then I finally bought a TIG welder, which is behind me here. And then started going at it myself, practicing. And then, not the best, but I'm getting at it. So I redid my exhaust here myself. I did have hood stacks where the exhaust came up right here on my other hood before I gave it to Levi's in Oklahoma. And I didn't want to, I got a new hood, fiberglass hood, and I didn't want to cut holes in that one. So I decided to turn the exhaust down and go out through the fender. And so I welded that up myself, which ain't too bad. I think I did a decent job on that. I don't know if y'all can see them welds right there. So that's the ones I did, and those down there are the ones I did myself too. So not too bad, not too bad. And I don't know how I can say this, but I got a 2500 Chevrolet Duramax. It sounds good. That's what I can say. It sounds good now. Once I got that, so it sounds good, a lot better than it did before. There was a chat here. Hold on, I missed something. Let me see. Hey, appreciate it, Jonathan. Nah, man, that's a chrome molly cage. I asked about when I dropped the car off. I thought about doing a mild steel, but the shop that I dropped it off to told me, it's like, no, we don't do nothing but chrome molly here. Like, we don't do mild steel. So I was like, well, all right then. My car weighs exactly. Well, it changes because sometimes I put weight in the back. Um, with no weight in the back, it weighs and a. Oh, okay, let me rephrase this. So the last time I weighed my car, I probably weighed myself around 200 pounds, maybe like 190. And when I put it on the scales with me in it, it weighed 3602 with me in it. Now I put on a little bit of weight since then, so it probably weighs with me in it now, like I don't know, 3620, maybe even 3630. Lord. Um, so yeah, but that was when it was single turbo. Now I don't, I added twins, so it might weigh a little bit more now that they got the twin turbo set up on it, and a little bit. Actually, probably does weigh a lot more. I had with the garage door open. I might close this. Actually, might weigh a lot more now because that was before we braced up the rear end, and when I was single turbo. So, but it had a steel hood at the same time. So now we got a fiberglass hood. So I don't know. It's probably still somewhere around 3,600 pounds. I'm definitely gonna need the back tire now. 33.25. Yeah. Man, I got 300 pounds on you, bruh. Yeah. 300 pounds and a smaller motor. Man, this ain't looking good for me. Actually, I thought about getting the Harbor Freight one, but this Well Pro was one. Turbo John had a Well Pro. I don't think he uses that one now, but um, I got this one because he used it originally when he was doing the suspension and everything on his other car, and I hit him up and I asked him what he think about it. He said he liked it, so uh, I bought one, and I ain't had no problems with it yet. I'm still trying to figure out all the tungsten types, the cup sizes, um, argon pressure and whatnot. And pedal pressure, because it comes with a hand trigger. And the only thing I don't like about a hand trigger is good if you're laying on your back, because that's what I would brace my anti-roll bar with. But whatever amperage you set with that hand trigger, that's it. As soon as you click the hand trigger, you got all the amps. Unlike the foot pedal, you can press it, get more amps, or let off of it and get less amps if you start burning it. But with the hand trigger, that's it. It's 0 to 100 real quick. So you'll burn something real quick, man. Like, I didn't record it. I put that catch can on the back, and I tried to use the hand trigger, and I just was guessing at the amps. I probably should have looked it up. Man, I clicked that thing, and I start going with it. She burned a hole straight through the back of my trunk. I was like, whoa. So I took that off with that pedal, and yeah, I didn't record that one, but I should have. You know, man. Let's see what we got here. I'm talking, it ain't working. I know, right? 33.25, and y'all trying to get me to line up with him. He 300 pounds lighter than me. That's not looking good for me. That smells like I need a back tire. That's what it smells like. I ain't gonna ask you for the hit, because no turbo car should be giving up the hit. You need a big cup, 12 for stainless, and use a blue or tungsten. I think I do have the blue one in there. If your wheels are gray, you got too much heat and or not enough gas. Or 12 cup. I know I got the blue tungsten in there for sure. I don't think I got a 12 cup. I'm trying to find one. I bought some different cups, but I don't think I got a 12 in here. Oh. See what I got. I got this right here. Let me see what I got. I don't think I got a 12 in here. I don't think I do. I think the biggest one I got is a maybe the one that's on it. Yeah, I don't think this is a 12. I don't know. How you know what side these glass ones are? They don't got no numbers on them. Or do you use the glass ones as cups? I don't know. Let me see what's on it. Oh, it's an 8 on it right now. What I got is an 8. Yeah. I think an 8 might be the biggest one I got. Or either a 9. I think I might have a 9 in the other box. Yeah. But yeah. Them first couple of wheels I did, they were gray for sure. For sure. The glass looks like an 8. Glass works best to look up a Jazzy cup. Okay. So this glass one looks like an 8 right here. And I got this one looks a little bit bigger. It's probably about the same. I think most of these are about the same. Just maybe replacement ones. Yeah. All right, I need to get to cutting this thing up and soldering it on for sure. Y'all got any questions? About 20 whole minutes. What the Cinco de Mayo race? They're gonna be on a Friday or a Saturday? Oh yeah. They are. Mine actually got the nice the ice heads on, so yours don't have the ice emblem on it. I heard you got a prototype on yours. The first set that they did. That's my other cup up here. Man, I got so many things I need to get taken care of on this car. I think I need I think I need to look at my ball joints and everything too. Friday night there is a cap race. Who's in the hood is also racing. Is also between 490 and 50 or 5. Turn the meeting back out. Both days. Free entry daily is Friday. Truck shootout Friday. Boosting the hood. Oh yeah. Boosting the hood. Oh man. Oh man. Boosting the hood, man. He is. The new setup he got is rolling. Rolling. So they're racing both days. Friday and Saturday. Friday is truck shootout. All right. Yep. So I might make it down to Saturday then. Yeah, I'll probably make it down this Saturday. You know, ain't trying to do no turn and burn. You better read it. Wait a minute. Read what? What I miss? And what's a cap race? I'm special too. A little special, so I don't know what a cap race is. Cap race as in an index, like you can't break out. I kind of like index racing, man. Like the best of both worlds. Bracket and no time. Well, it's got time, but bracket and heads up, I should say. True Street is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what he was saying. True Street is at 490 and 5 and 1 cap. I feel like I'm gonna have to roll a lot of boosts. Will it take it? I don't know. You can't run faster than determined time. Almost like an NFL. You just don't know what the cap is until you get there. Oh, who decide? The racers decide the cap, or the promoters decide the cap? Like, who decides the cap? As what's his name? Tony Baker would say, "Who decides the cap?" I'm like, who decides this? I'm about to cut these wires up right here too. Quick. I'll jack it up. Y'all be working outside with y'all garage door open, y'all hear funny noises. You'd be like, what the hell is that? I had a rabbit run by here one time. I was about scared the shit out of me. I wish I could get this live chat word to stay up there. Chip Draw decided to. Oh, okay. Chip Draw decided. Yeah. They determined buy-in yet? What are they looking at? About 150, 200, 100. But these Texas buy-ins be killing me, boy. I'm used to them. I'm used to them North Carolina buy-ins where they like $100 and less. Sometimes even free entry. Hell, we don't even know what the buy-in gonna be for tomorrow for the shootout with the street cars. All right, no turning back now. I'm about to start cutting wires. No turning back. No turning back now. You gotta fix it now. I done snipped it up. I know there's a way to keep this chat chip draw. Chip draw. Dang. So chip draw is gonna turn into cap and the buy-in. Oh man. That seemed to be the bit. That's an XRP. Yeah, it is an XRP. Yeah. XRP, man. Man, $200 buy-in. Yep, that's what I thought. $200 buy-in. I better save my pennies. 7,000 to win though. I would probably do like the Turbo John. Once we get down to like 4 cars, hey man, y'all trying to split? Try to post a link to the cups. Wouldn't show. Look up Furic Fupa cup. Oh man, I hope I said that right. A glass lens kit is a good idea too. Furic Fupa. I'm gonna go ahead and like screenshot that because I'm pretty sure I am not gonna remember that. What's up? What's up? What's up, man? There we go. Screenshot it. That way I'll remember that name. All right. Because I'm like, am I gonna remember that? I'm gonna try to make this easy and do 1 wire at a time. So what other classes are they running? I could just look at it, you know. True Street. Point of no return, man. When you start cutting wires and trying to do 1 at a time, as they say. 1 at a time. I should have enough wire here. Should have enough wire here. And I'm gonna have to. I wait too late to start working on this. We went on a field trip today with my kid, and I wanted to start working on this thing way earlier than now. So I got to put the slicks on. I got to adjust the shocks. And while I'm doing that, I need to jack up that wheel, that driver's side wheel. I don't know if y'all noticed on the last video, when I took off, and I landed, my wheel was like, the front wheel was, I mean, it dang near looked like it turned right for a second. And I felt it in the steering wheel too. So, you know, good news is I shouldn't be doing any wheelies out there. All steel, all glass, man. Them all steel, all glass cars. They all steel, all glass car with Pro Mod motors in them. I'm gonna call Joey car Pro Mod motor now too. I went down to 2JM and I saw Joey car there. I knew something was up. I saw his car there. What's up with the rules for also? Man, basically as long as everything is all steel, all glass, no carbon fiber or fiberglass thing except for the hood. Maybe the deck lid too, maybe. I don't know if they even have suspension rules or factory firewall. I'm not real sure on that. Who did your tuning? Aunt G. So, most of the tuning now is I do it myself. However, my bass tunes and everything was done by a guy named Garrett. White Bread Tuning is his thing over in North Carolina. He was the original one to tune my first setup after, way back in like 15 when I went to two shops. Was it 2 shops or 1 shop? It might have been the same shop that I went to twice. You know, who really knows if stuff breaks? But all I know is it's either my fault or their fault that I melted a piston and then broke a piston. And then I went to buy a turbo, ran into Garrett. I actually bought it from him at his house, my old S75. And he was like, yeah, man, I tune cars. He built the S10. This was before he had a shop. He built an S10. And the S10 was quick. And I mean fast. It's probably faster than I ever been. And yeah, he tuned my car and never had any problems with it. I was running that S475 for like 4 years on a stock bottom end Gen 3 rods, those small rods. And it was moving, I tell y'all the times on that, it was the same weight, 3602, and it was running 60590s with that S475 on it at around 22 pounds of boost. So I just kind of stuck with him, man. If I have any tuning problems, I asked him. He kind of walked me through it. But most of the stuff now, since I got a Holly, it's kind of easy to navigate through. That I either add 2 degrees of timing or take it out on my own, or I do the fueling on my own now too. Which I want to do a video about why my car was skipping, and so that might help somebody else. That basically what was happening is that it was going down track, it would misfire a lot. It was blowing a spark out pretty much, and it was it had a lot of fuel in it, a lot of fuel. So I took fuel out, man, and it cleaned that thing up real good, real good. Man, I thought about it, man. Letting Josh do his thing. I thought about it. I'm still thinking about it. I might let him do it, man. I don't know. It depends on how much money I got in my pocket at the time. It's we about to leave. I got a lot of repairs I got to make to this house. That's eating a hole in my pocket. So yeah, most of the stuff I'm still trying to fix myself. Trying to get this house ready to put on the market. Factory firewall, factory location. Oh, that's for all glass. Yeah. Firewall needs to be a rule for YouTube. Just back. I know they started on, from what I heard on those Digger Die, they started going away or not having a firewall rule. So that's going to change the game for a lot of folks. But it is what it is. We're gonna. This thing don't want to come off. Jason, you still on there? If you is, I think Ty about to come over. He called me a few minutes ago, so he might be about to come over, and I need to text him back. I got a lot of work to do tonight, and I'm out here. Y'all got any other questions, man? What you got? What you think? Wait a minute. What did I say? What you think a Streetcar Joe saying? Yeah, man. Streetcar Joe, he got a nice setup. I haven't seen him since he came here. And actually, the last time he came here is when he ran into one of my friends, Camaro. I need a jack stand. Jack stand class. We're doing April 30th and 31st SRP to dial in Joe's car. Might see. I might come down, man. I might come on down, see if we can dial mine in too. Man, we like I say, Jason, Ty might be coming over here. I think he coming. I'm gonna get him that old catch can I got. He might be headed over. Shoot. Yeah, man. Everybody's getting fast, man. I don't really know what this car do yet. The guy that tuned my car told me I wasted money building that 6.0. He said a 5.3 will do all I needed to do and more. I can't tell y'all how fast he was going. Cause he don't like giving out times. But in a 4-door Fairmont, I can't touch him. I put it that way. I can't touch him. And I'm not sure if he still has a 5.3 in there, but as fast as he's been with his 5.3, that's what let me know that, man, the 5.3 can get it done. But the only reason I built that 6.0 in the first place was because the block was given to me. Um, so that's the only reason why I bought pistons and rods for it, because I traded some suspension parts for the block. But we got plans for it. We'll put that in something much, much lighter than this. And I don't know what the plan's gonna be for that. I don't know. Like I said, that Nova, I don't know if it's gonna be fast enough to compete with them guys. But you know, Nigel went 420s in the stop. Like, heck yeah, man. Is he bringing his valve covers so that you can weld the bungs up? I hope not. Um, because I haven't practiced welding aluminum in a long time. So the night ain't the night to try to weld aluminum. it's it's been a minute since I welded aluminum. Long time. My front shots family showed up. That's what's up, man. Did you get? I'm assuming you got the double adjustable ones too. I'm with you. Your budget, yes. Let's see. And I don't know the guy name with the gray S10. I forgot his name. I think his name is Murphy. Um, he shows his times, but he also had he got a 5.3 aluminum 5.3 with trick flow heads. He got twin VS. I want to say VS Racing 73s. I don't know what the backside is, but I know it's the backside with the V band on it. And he changed up his setup, but last year he was running like 470s at 153. Of course, it's an S10. It's like, I don't know, probably like 2,600 pounds, 2,800 pounds, somewhere in there. But that still gave me hope, because adding, I don't know, 800 more pounds, you still should be able to go pretty quick. Pretty quick. So, I don't know. Or I could just stick to my no prep game. So, I don't know. Because you ain't going to be put all that power down, no prep. So, I thought about just keeping this car for no prep because it started doing fairly good out there. And, when I started going rounds, I haven't won a no prep race yet, but when I started going rounds and beating some of the fast guys that have won races out there, I was like, oh man, I'm starting to figure this out. This made me think, hey, this probably should be a no prep car, because in all reality, with this motor and this weight, I don't think I'm gonna dip down in the fours with this. Not this weight. Oh, I don't know, man. We'll see. What I wanted to do was, the whole reason why I went twins in the first place is because I wanted to run full exhaust on it out the back of the car. And I was thinking it's much easier to run two 3-inch pipes than to try to run a big ass 4-inch pipe all the way down the side of or under the car. Because I wanted to, there was a class back east called Street Invaders. And a lot of the races over there for street cars, the exhaust either got to be 16 inches or so many inches from the rear end, or past the driver. And some of them even out the rear. I was just gonna run it and have a dump under the car, and that way I can still get in street car races. I've seen people actually put a V band like on their fender exit and then run the exhaust down the side of the car like an old school Cobra or something, But it met the rules. I mean, that's all you can say is it met the rules. I thought it was funny that he did it, but can't hate the game, man. He met the rules. He was pretty crass. I think his name's Kemp. He got a copper Mustang or something, like a copper New Edge Mustang over in North Carolina. And speaking of North Carolina, man, let's talk about that for a second. I don't know if anybody on here from North Carolina, but it's hard to run dudes exhaust on that car. You dang on right. You know, 4-inch pipe out the back. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to run through. I thought about, you know, I actually had duals on here one when it was NA, and I didn't run out of the back. I dumped it right in front of the axle. So I was gonna try to do the same setup, um, but yeah, I just said bump it. That was too much work. And then I got that little S10, which is much easier to run exhaust out the back. For one thing, you can get around it. I could just put the turbos in the bed, and the exhaust already past the driver. That's what I'm thinking about doing. Just be like those other guys. Hey, it meets the rules. The exhaust is past the driver, or I can put it back in the bed and put it, run the exhaust back in the bed and dump it in front of the axle. It meets the rules. But North Carolina versus Texas racing. Or I say North Carolina, South Carolina versus Texas racing, man. So one thing I noticed, and because I spent 9 years in North Carolina, I grew up in South Carolina, and did a lot of my racing in South Carolina, North Carolina. And then when I came here, just it is what it is. We, from everything we see on TV and the YouTube, and it's a street outlaw, like right up 2 hours from me. That my expectation was like, man, Texas is fast, man. Wow, they got some fast guys here, and a lot of them, but a lot of people with no prep here. As soon as I start seeing cars here, I think North Carolina got the same mentality, is that guys are fast. There's fast guys everywhere, but there are some guys that I can tell you right off the bat in North Carolina that can come here and, like, man, they will compete and probably win some of these gang races, man. Like, right off the bat, I'm just thinking about guys we seen, Bloodbath, of course, Turbo John, that got Randy's car, guys, that, what is that car? Scarlet Fever car. That's a second gen Camaro. I think it's LS Turbo. I think it's LSX Turbo or Dark Block LS Turbo. But yeah, it's like a lot. North Carolina was a lot of prep racing and fast guys. And here is a lot of no prep, which now North Carolina is starting to switch to the no prep scene, because that's where the whole dig or die thing is at. They're doing a lot of no prep stuff over there now too. So, it'll be good for me. So when I go back, there could be a lot of no prep racing. And there was this one track, like I kept saying last time, no Hunter, man. They don't want to be no prep, but that's what the track could be, is no prep. But, they want to be known for Hook City, so it is what it is. They're still good people, though. Let's see. Yes, the Black Sheep, man. Man, John Dock guys, like tons of things going on. Fun. He said he visited North Carolina and asked locals where good barbecue is at, and they all said South Carolina. You got dang right, South Carolina got the good barbecue. You got dang right. My cousin came over here. He just left. He was here last weekend. He helped me out with the car, helped me out with racing and everything. He's real big help. He got my back big time. And he's a big barbecue man. If you want to know about barbecue, pulled pork, smoking anything, man, my cousin Jason is the man to talk to. Of course, he's in South Carolina. Well, Larry, actually. And they're all about that pork barbecue. Yeah, man. I tried to dial it back on the pork a little bit, but that pulled pork, with smoked brisket, and something else, man. There was some up here in Wichita, man. There's some good. It was a good one, but they closed down, man. It's called a place called Post Oak, yeah. And they had good brisket, man. They did it right. They cooked it that day, and when they ran out, that was it. They had no more brisket until the next day. Some places now they like to cook it a bunch at the beginning of the week and still be serving that brisket that they cooked on Monday on Friday. Like, nah, bro, can't have it. I need some fresh brisket, not no leftover brisket. So, but I need this right here. But yeah, man, we'll be headed to Georgia in June. So I'm gonna try to get as much racing as I can in, you know, barring the wife lets me. I'm gonna try to get as much racing as I can before we head out. And um, yeah, I had a good time here, man. Met some good people. Had some difficult times too, but overall, man, I'm glad I came over here. I went and met a lot of good friends, and I hope we all keep in touch. I see this stuff flying all over the place. I'm trying to. I went to a place in San Antonio like that. They were out of barbecue at 2 p.m. Those be the good spots, man. Good spots. And I started. My wife bought me a smoker for Father's Day, I think. And I just almost stopped barbecuing on the grill altogether. I just start smoking everything now. I was like, dang, don't open my eyes. Smoking chicken, smoking ribs, smoking steak, bruh. Smoked cabbage. Here by me, there are 2 of the best in the DFW tender. Man, I wish you would have told me about that when I should have asked you about that, because we was looking for some good barbecue spots last weekend. And I think Larry was disappointed, to say the least, where he went. Not, it wasn't up to the expectations, I think. But yeah. And then we went to Julio's, Uncle Julio. That's Spanish food. And bruh, they took like, we stood at the counter to wait to go eat for probably, not go eat, didn't even get a seat. We stood there for about 15 minutes at the door waiting for somebody to come say something. Hey, appreciate it, man. Oh, appreciate it. I try to keep it real. I try to post my mess ups, and if I mess it up, just try to learn from it, man. Keep moving forward. You didn't even ask. You should have taken him to the pecan lounge and the D. Man, I should have. I didn't. I was so caught up in why I wasn't reading no dome pressure. Appreciate it, man. I try to keep it real, and I'm just try to help other people while I'm learning at the same time. Yeah, that dome pressure getting on my nerves. But I said before, and I say it again, that pass I put on that Tesla, had that been demonology, if y'all following demonology, go on that dude page and tell him that I would have gapped that fool. That pass I put on that Tesla at 15 PSI, had that been demonology, oh, it would have been over. It would have been over. Now, I think everybody was running slower. You hooking up the other. I'm taking the connector off because I think the connector was bad, and I'm wiring in a new one. I think everybody was running a little slower on that track. What aluminum do you need? I think my buddy had a valve cover that he was trying to weld. But I don't think he's bringing it over here tonight. I know he was talking about getting a catch can from me, but I don't know if he's coming. It's getting late. I don't know if he's coming. But yeah, like I said before, it's a good track. I didn't think it was. I thought it was gonna be tighter than that though, which is why I left my suspension settings for XRP. XRP be tight. Most of the time I go to XRP, she hooking. I went out there with the same suspension setup that I run at XRP, and she spun right off the bat. But at the same time, I was like, she can't be that tight, or you know, with all those hard tire cars going down the track, they ain't doing nothing but messing it up. You know, so and there was a lot of hard tire cars, a lot of hard tire cars. So, but you know, had I honestly think, I mean, anything could have happened. But I honestly think, had I ran Demonology, I would have won. If I would have made that last pass, the same pass. If I ran Dunk Master, I definitely would have won. Um, if I would have ran Hello Kitty, it would have been a good race. Um, I still think I would have won. Mainly because from what I seen with my eyes, is that none of them had good reaction times. So I was like, bruh, but it is what it is. Be trying hard to catch up with some of these people again. I don't know. You know how it is sometimes. Everybody trying to, you know, promote their own channel, their own brand, so they would like to run or work with the larger people. Which I can't say that about Demonology. He will run anybody. He don't care. He'll run anybody. But my man was like a dang celebrity out there. I went up there to try to talk to him, bro. And you had people left and right. Y'all seen part of it in the video where I'm trying to talk to him, trying to set up the race, trying to tell him let's run 8th mile. Let me get a shakedown. Let him cool up. It was like 5 other people there that he trying to meet. You know, shaking hands, this and that. So it was like, dang, you know. But it is what it is, man. It's all good, you know. Hello Kitty gapped the hell out of it. Yeah, but I found out, but she red light. So I don't know if he ran the whole pass or not. Um, he still took that as a win because she red light. And I take it as a win too. You red light, I won. So, but if I call her out, she probably won't even acknowledge me. Same thing with Freddie LSX. You know, they got some good looking cars out there. But you know, these are shops, man. You know, this is what they supposed to do. You know, these ain't regular guys building their stuff in the garage or whatever. You know, these people that do this is what they do for a living. They go to work and build cars or other people's cars. Maybe I'll do that one day. Yeah, man, you know, I didn't get it on video. I did talk to him a little bit after he ran Dunk Master. And it's kind of on his video. Like as he was pulling up, I stopped and talked to his car, or talked to him in his car, and I pretty much just asked him. I was like, "Hey man, yeah, I know it was busy and everything. Let's just try to redo this at XRP." And he said that he's cool with it. So, which I knew he would be. You know, he'd be all about snatching some souls. So it is what it is, though. I can't see anything. Your channel is a lot bigger than mine. Man, we all started somewhere, man. I remember, like, I still got pictures, yeah, when I was happy just to get 100 subscribers, man, 50, 75. Yeah, I keep all those pictures of where I started at. You know, I always say that, I'm gonna just say it is what it is. Like, some of these people that's out there that are huge, they ain't be trying to give you the time of day unless they know you. You know, I don't give a damn. Jay Malcolm, like I'm gonna just say it is what it is. Jay Malcolm, right? I tried to holler at him. I tried to talk to him one time. I supported him. He was asking for something. I don't know what for, but he was just asking for donations or something like that, right? So I was like, all right, cool, man. I donate, right? I donated like $5 to the cause or whatever, and then he would give you shout outs for when you donated something. And I said, hey man, make sure you say this, which was my YouTube channel, which was at the time was Boosted Lucille. I was like, when you do the shout out, make sure you say Lucille. Man, how about he messed up the whole thing? He didn't even say my YouTube name. He said my real name. And I was like, dang, bro, you at least got that right. And no response, nothing. I'm like, bro. I try to holler at him later about doing a collab or something, or trying to talk to him. Nah. And then one of my other buddies was like, man, you know, he actually know him or talk to him a good bit. He's like, man, if Jay don't know you, man, he ain't trying to do that. He's about that content or whatever. So yeah, I was like, man, I kind of got that vibe from him. But you know, it is what it is. I was trying to run doggone, what's his name, John Jones when I got over there. Cause I'm gonna be in Georgia, but I see he about to sell it, and he probably wouldn't have ran me anyway. I tell you what, I would have gapped the hell out of John Jones. Gapped the hell out of John Jones, man. Most of these big YouTubers, man, it's different between a YouTuber and a racer. I mean, somebody that know what the hell or somewhat what they doing. I ain't gonna say I know everything what I'm doing, but I know I would have got the hell out of John Jones. I know that. I know I would have got the hell out of that Demonology too. That night, I know I probably would have beat Hello Kitty that night on that track. Just because that track was loose. It was a little loose. A little loose. A lot of people were spinning that night. A lot of people. I did get my suspension dialed in for that track though. And now I gotta change it up. All right, man. I've been at this for about an hour. Y'all got any last minute questions before I finish this up? And go ahead and get ready for tomorrow. I still got to put these slicks on. I said that like 15 times. Oh, let's see. All right, man. Yeah, you'll get there, man. I'm going to tell you one thing. It took, honestly, and I say it, and I'm going to keep saying it. The one dude that got my channel over 1,000 subscribers was Turbo John. I will keep saying that to the end, right? And it was him. It was that one day that, well, I've been in North Carolina for a while, and we always used to go to the same shop. Like the shop he go to now, Brian's shop, I used to go over there. And the funny thing, like, I never noticed his car in there though when I was over there. But yeah, so we kind of knew of each other, I guess. Or he knew of my car, not of me, and I definitely knew of him. And I just happened to be at Kinston Drive Street one day, and I was like, hey man, I want to talk to you, holler at you for a bit. And he came over there, and I assumed it was kind of like the same thing with Demonology. Like, he was super busy, so instead of being super busy with other people, he was super busy with cars and trying to get the tune up right and everything. And I was like, man, I ain't want to try to mess with him while he trying to win the race or whatever. So yeah, I had already lost. I had got put out. So I was just like, man, I'm going to get some more content. And then I'm going to load up and head out because I got like a 3-hour drive back to where I was staying. So I had the car already loaded up, strapped down. I was just standing in the trailer. I was about to lock it up, head out. And he came over to the trailer and talked to me, you know, gave me a shout out, did a look over on my car, and he posted the video like 2 days later, and I kid you not, and from him posting that one video, I gained like 200 subscribers in one day from him posting that one video. And from that point on, I was like, man, that was it, man. Just trying to get somebody that's huge, got a big following, to give you a shout out. You know, that's what really helps the most. But ever since then, like, even when I go back and look at my analytics, that still has the most spike. Like, I have in my entire career on YouTube, there has never been a spike like that from his one shout out. Every other time it's just like, you know, 1 subscriber here, 2 there, 1 here, 2 there, 3 there, you know. So, but that's kind of the way I think he came on too, because if you notice, you go back and look at his old videos, he was around. Now, granted, he know what he doing. Like, my man he been around racing a long time. He know what he doing. But as far as the YouTube game goes, his early videos and a lot of his videos, he was around John Dock, often. He saw him at the track, or he was at John Dock's shop, LS Nasty shop, right? So, and then just winning races in general, like he just gained a massive following real quick, right? And the same thing with what's his name? I forgot his real name, but Bloodbath. Like he came out of nowhere just because he had a fast car. He wasn't really in the YouTube game, but he has a wicked fast Mustang. Like I almost would say I would put Bloodbath's car up against a lot of folks on a prep track. A lot of folks, man. Outside of a straight up pro mod, I would put probably Bloodbath up against a lot of folks. And then he jumped into the YouTube game just because he was winning races, and people knew him, and he just amassed a lot of followers just because people knew him from winning a bunch of races. So, I say just keep at it, man, and keep grinding. A lot of days I want to give up too and just be like, this. I actually told somebody that one time that this ain't worth it, man. I spend so much time editing videos trying to get it perfect, and then it doesn't do as well as I thought it was. But and sometimes even the videos that ain't even about cars, it's weird. Like videos that ain't even about cars do better than some of the videos that ain't about cars. Like my best videos are me fixing that water heater, me fixing the radio in my wife's truck, me fixing a weed eater line, and me doing a DOD delete. Those are my absolute best videos. So I'm probably gonna start another channel. I already did start another channel called Fix It Willie, where all the stuff that I'm gonna fix around the house, I'm just put on that, and let that run and do what it's. I'm not gonna like focus on a lot of editing. I'm just gonna video I'm fixing, put it on there, and let it ride. All right. Loud boy. Oh yeah, beer money. You got that right. Don't judge the channel by the subscribers. Look at the views you get. You right, man. You right. The views. I'm starting to notice the views is what. This thing getting hot. The views. It all starts with the views. You get the views, then you eventually get the subscribers if you get the views. And then the only thing that the subscribers is really good for that I noticed is the subscribers are good for your initial posting release. Like, so when you post a video first, the more subscribers you got, the more people that's gonna watch it, and it's gonna snowball more and get more impressions and thumbnail views because of your subscriber base is big. But the more views you get, eventually you get monetized, the more money you'll make because the more views you get. But it's all about the views, man, and connecting. The car niche is, as they say, is a little different, man. It's it's about it's really about who you are, how nice is your car, and what are you doing? Are you going fast, or what's happening? Or are you winning? Are you winning car shows, or what's happening? They come from the content. They come for the content. They stay for the people. You're right. You're absolutely right, man. You got good content. People will migrate to your show, so migrate to your channel. It's just, you got to have good content, and sometimes content that's different or new, something people didn't think about. I started noticing that Tesla stuff was real popular. A lot of people like watching Tesla videos or whatever. A lot of people start looking at LS based stuff. A lot of people there's a lot of boosted LS stuff, but for some reason, a lot of people like nitrous LSS stuff. Yeah, a lot of people like nitrous LSS stuff. So even though I'm a fan of boosted LSs, but Oh, but it is what it is, man. As long as we connect and grow together, that's all I'm about, man. Everybody growing at the same time. Well, not at the same time. Well, you know what I mean. Everybody growing together. It's a big enough world where we all can eat. And that's one thing I never understood about people at my job. I always be trying. I don't understand why people step on other people's back to make you look good when everybody can eat at the same time. All go up together, man. There's enough room for everybody to eat. All right, man. You know, looking at the Loud Barnett thing, that's a really good name, Beer Money. I've been I had the hardest time trying to find out names for cars. I can't name a car worth of shit. I don't know. I'm bad at getting names. So I don't know what I'm gonna call this S10. What I'm gonna call this Nova. I think I said Black Mamba, but I don't know if I like Black Mamba. I don't know. Let's see. I can't wait to get in that Nova, man. That Nova might change the game. If we can get it to do what it's supposed to get it to go as fast as it looks, it might change the game. It might, man. We'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen. I actually might take these twins off of here and put them on that Nova, and then go back to a single on this one. But I don't know. We'll see when the times come what happens with that. I should start working on it this summer sometime. All right, man. I'm gonna log off and get some work done here. I got one wire soldered the whole time I've been on here, so I'm gonna knock this out. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock. I need to knock this out so we can get some sleep and get up in the morning. So if y'all don't have any other questions, I appreciate y'all joining. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Listening to me BS around. And yeah, we're gonna get to work before I pass out and go to sleep. So, wish me luck tomorrow. Pray for me that nothing happened to the car. Win or lose, that we go there and make a good pass and load it up, drive it back on the trailer, and come back home. Go there and leave the same way we rolled in, and just have a good day. Nitrous is fun. I was thinking about putting a hit on here just to help me get out of 60 a little bit. But as Garrett would say, just turn up the boost. As he would say. So, all right, man. Y'all take it easy. I'm out, and I'm going to get this work done and put these slicks on and adjust this suspension real quick. So, I'll catch y'all later. Be on the lookout for this no prep video. And let's hope we can go rounds. And maybe we'll get this win. We'll see. Maybe we'll get this win. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.